It's time for Ryan's Roses. Here we go. If it's public service, if there's an issue in your world, you can't sort it out, come to us and we'll try our best. Dear Ryan and Sisney, my fiance has been distant lately. That sucks.
Oy.
It's like you get engaged, you expect to ramp things up.
Yeah, it's like the happy times.
It should be getting better and better.
Mm-hmm.
The excitement. I feel like he's preoccupied. He's been so busy. I can't figure out what he's busy doing. It's not just work. We only see each other half the time we used to. All this is weird. When we make plans, he's not there. He gets super defensive when we try to talk about things.
The
Maggie
defensive
in
thing is
Norwalk.
bad.
Now, one likely scenario could be he's just nervous
I was
about
thinking
the wedding.
opposite.
About the wedding approaching. What?
I was thinking that maybe he's planning this big surprise for the wedding, and that's why he's been distant.
What surprise would you have for a wedding?
The grooms do this all the time, where they like all of a sudden break out in like a song and dance for the bride and like do this whole performance.
Like a flash mob?
Totally, something like that.
Oh, I've never heard of that.
No, really?
No.
Check it out on YouTube. A lot of videos.
All right, I'll be doing that tonight. Hey, Maggie.
Hi.
Hey, thanks for coming on with us. We understand that this is supposed to be the happiest time when you're gearing up to actually have the wedding.
Yeah.
And now your fiance is turning away and pushing you away, yeah?
Right.
So tell me, Sisney points out something interesting. Getting defensive is a problem. What is he getting defensive about?
That he's not spending enough time with me.
And you say that and he gets defensive.
Yeah, he gets really not only defensive, but when I try to ask him why, it feels like something is a little shady, like we used to always go to like Hamasushi every Saturday and then that stopped. Like we would go dancing at the club crawl, whatever, and then he stopped doing that. And I'm like, okay, I'm thinking maybe he's like getting more ambitious with his job, which is, cool. But then even just like little things, like just meeting me for dinner. We don't live together, but we're going on a year. It's really, really serious. I mean, we're engaged, basically.
Why don't you live together?
I haven't pushed it. I have a roommate, and so like I'm still in a lease.
Now this is gonna.
When are you guys gonna get married? When's the wedding?
We haven't planned it, like, per se.
Okay, so there's no date.
We've just, like, talked about our future a lot.
This is going to upset a lot of people, but I'm going to say it. I think you should live with him before you get married.
Well, yeah. I mean, I come from a really traditional, kind of religious background, though, and I hear you. I totally hear you.
It's not for everybody. I didn't live with Michael before we got married.
I just think that it's hard to tell what someone's truly like until you live with them under the same roof.
But you'll get that vibe when they spend the night. And
yeah.
No, not the same. Not the same.
Yeah, I mean, he spent the night before. And,
I hope so.
like, we've taken trips together, weekend trips, nothing more than, like, a few days. But, I mean, I feel like I have a really good sense of him.
Okay.
Which is why it's like, I don't know, it's just he's just distant lately.
Well, hold on. I'm going to put you on. We're going to come back. We're going to call him and see what we can find out, okay?
Okay.
It doesn't sound like she knows him that well. I mean, she spent a couple of trips with him and they're engaged?
Well, it's short, and like, they've only been dating for almost a year, she said, and now they're engaged. So it's a quick engagement.
They need to move in together.
They don't need to do anything.
They do.
Some people work at different paces.
Well, clearly her pace isn't working.
We don't know that yet.
Well, that's fair. All right, let's come back. We got Maggie on the line. She apparently is engaged to this guy she doesn't see ever. And he's been acting more and more distant. Yeah. She doesn't see him.
I know, but you can word it a different way.
Well, they don't live together. They've been on a couple of trips. They're dating for a year. Now they're engaged.
He's getting all defensive.
He gets defensive when she says, you don't spend enough time with me. And that's a problem. And she's worried. And she thinks that he's preoccupied with another woman. That's the bottom line. So let's see if we can find out.
Okay.
Maggie, I need you to say, Ryan, you have my permission to call, and then his name on Kiss FM. Go ahead.
Ryan, you have my permission to call.
On Kiss FM.
On Kiss FM. Sorry.
And that's what we're going to do. And we're going to call him now. And here's what's going to happen, Maggie. I want you to be very quiet because Sisney is going to offer him some roses and then try and find out who's top of mind, who he wants to send them to, what kind of emotion he wants to write on the card, okay?
Okay.
And then when we tell him that he's on the air, then we can bring you in. Here we go.
Okay.
Hello?
Hi, is this John?
This is he.
Hi, John. My name is Vivian. I'm calling from V's Flowers in Norwalk. How you doing?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for asking. So we're on Imperial near the Civic Center. Do you know where that is?
Yeah, sure.
So I'm calling because we're offering local residents a chance to send free roses to anybody that they'd like in order to promote our business. They're absolutely free. I don't need credit card info, billing info, anything like that from you. It's just a dozen red roses that you can send to anybody that you'd like. Is that something you'd be interested in?
You'll deliver them?
Yeah, we'll deliver them today, probably around lunchtime, if that works for you. I just need the name of the person you want to send them to.
Yes, send them to my wife, Elena.
Elena. Okay, your wife. What would you like to put on the note?
Just say, I've been enjoying spending more time with you.
I've been enjoying spending more time with you.
Love, John.
John, it's Ryan Seacrest. Your voice is being broadcast on the radio. I have your fiance Maggie on the line. Do you have a fiance named Maggie?
No.
Hi.
John, who's this woman?
Hi.
Maggie.
John.
Hi, Maggie. Maggie is a woman that I date.
Who's Elena?
I'm sorry. What is this?
Your voice is being broadcast on the radio. That is important for you to know. But
okay.
Maggie tells us that you're engaged. Is that true or false, John?
That I was engaged to Maggie?
That you're engaged to Maggie?
No, I'm married. I'm in an open relationship.
Maggie.
What?
Hold on. Maggie, are you not telling us the truth?
We have been together for almost a year. We're not officially engaged yet, but we've talked about our future multiple times. I had no idea he was married to another person.
No. I told you that. Our first date. I told you I was married. I'm in an open relationship. I've been missing my wife lately, so that's why I've been spending more time with her.
No. The first time we met, we were both drinking a lot. Maybe I thought you were joking, but
John, over the course of the year, this never came up again, where you were transparent?
No, I don't talk about my wife when I'm.
He never talks. This. I think I would remember this.
Are there more women, John?
No, right now, I'm just dating Maggie.
Why you just say it's
John,
a matter of fact? That's so crazy.
Your wife Elena, does she know about Maggie?
She knows I'm dating somebody. Yeah.
And this is an agreement you guys are fine with?
Yes, she's absolutely fine with it.
So why be married? Why not just be single?
Well, I love my wife very much. She's the most important relationship to me. But, we've decided that we can see other people as well, as long as it doesn't interfere with our relationship, which...
He never talks about this. He never talks about this.
No, I don't talk about that with you, Maggie.
Well, John, so what is your intention? What is your intention with Maggie?
It's fun. I had fun hanging out with Maggie. But I did tell Maggie. I was very clear that I was married. There was no deception on my end.
We've talked about our life together in the future and where we would possibly live. And we did not talk about ever living together. I'm not leaving my wife to live with you, Maggie.
Oh my goodness. Maggie, you got to just get out.
Well, Maggie, this is very clear and cut and dried. You need to move on.
I agree. Yeah.
100%.
I'm in shock.
And
John, I'm not breathing
Johnny,
right now.
So, John, Maggie is going to move on. That's fine.
I think that's a good idea.
Jeez.
Oh, my goodness.
All right, Maggie, John, we're going to let you both go. Thank you very much for talking to us. Good luck, Maggie. Okay?
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye. Patty's jaw is, on the floor.
I am shocked.
But he doesn't think he's doing anything wrong.
And he might not be.
Yeah, he might not be.
Well, all right, let's come back. I got to take off my sweatshirt for this one. At least roll up my sleeves.
Okay.
We just did a Ryan's Roses. Now, the quick was, she said engaged to John.
Yeah.
And that John's become distant. Now, they don't live together, And we went through all that. And she said, well, they've traveled together. They've spent the night together, and they've been together for a year. Well, we get John on the line. John sends the flowers to his wife.
Elena,
I've been enjoying spending more time with you. Love, John. So we get John on the phone. We said, John, what's going on? We have your fiance on the line. He says, I don't have a fiance. Well, who's Maggie? Well, I've been dating Maggie. Well, who's Elena? That's my wife. Well, what's going on? I'm in an open relationship.
very matter of fact.
He said he told Maggie that he had a wife at the beginning.
Yeah.
And he seemed to think that no rules have been broken because his wife knows he has a girlfriend.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, and he and his wife have that agreement, then he really didn't break any rules.
Except for the fact that he led Maggie on this whole time.
That's true. Maggie thought, she kept saying, wait, we talked about our future together.
Right.
Tiffany, go ahead.
Hi.
Hi.
Honestly, I think Maggie is a little delusional, but I feel really bad for her.
Yeah, she got in with the wrong guy, and she clearly didn't understand what was going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, and maybe, if you're in an open relationship, you tell a girl about it when she's not drunk, but, I mean...
Right.
Yeah, the fact that it never got brought up again in that year, it's like they're going on trips or doing this.
If he's so transparent, he should have definitely made sure she understood it.
Yeah.
Like, you really understand, right?
She clearly did not.
Just so no one gets hurt.
Mm-hmm.
He's shady, but she's also delusional.
Well, thank you, Tiffany. I think you asked the right question. If this is your life, why be married?
Totally.
And he's like, well, because I love my wife.
And I was just like, whatever, man. Because
Ellie.
you can't argue with that.
Go ahead, Ellie. You're on with us.
Hi.
Hi.
I am just so shocked. I can't believe that she didn't know for a whole year. Like, I think that he is lying. I think he's lying to his wife. I think he lied to her.
You don't think he's in an open relationship? You think he's telling everybody a lie?
I think so. Because how did she not know for a whole year? Like, she never went over to his place. How did he just mention it on the first date and then never mention it again? Like, it makes me think that he's, like, doing this to other women.
Yeah, he made it seem like he had multiple. Remember, I asked him, I was like, how many more women? Well, right now, I'm just dating Maggie.
Yeah, and then he was just so casual about breaking up with her. He was like, yeah, I guess you should just move on. Like, who says that? Like, I think he's like a psycho or something.
All right, well, enough craziness for the morning. Thanks for calling.
Yeah.
Thanks.
You take care.
But there are marriages like this.
Yeah, and guess what?
I don't understand
People
them.
find happiness through it.
I don't get
They
it.
don't get jealous, and they find happiness.
I don't get it.